So we're live. Prime time, prime time. We're still waiting for everybody to get on. We should be ready to go shortly. So what do you want to talk about tonight, man? There's a lot of things we can
Yeah.
go
Get,
into.
yeah, I know. I see Jason's icon popping up. I don't know if it's like he's trying to let him in, but it won't.
Jason, do you have another Gmail account? I could send it to you. Just send it through if you want to add me on Facebook. I don't care. Facebook.com/JAMILMOORE, Jamil Moore. If you want to shoot me a note that way. And
He's gonna send him the link through Hangouts.
Through Hangouts. Okay. See, the thing is, all right. So give me 1 second.
We're having technical difficulties right now.
Slight, yeah. Oh, okay. So can you see this, dude? So I just put it in that Hangouts that we're both in.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have to do it directly.
Okay, there he is.
Yo,
man.
I was hitting call, and like nothing.
It might have been going to like the individual like Gmail Hangouts and not like the YouTube Hangouts. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, we were saying we're gonna kind of play this one by ear tonight. But generally speaking, we'll probably. I think one of the things we haven't talked about. I guess I'll throw the question out there. Are you guys, as far as maintenance, how do you guys, like after practice or training, how do you guys, I guess, maintain, maintenance? What do you guys do? I guess that's the simple way to put it. For me, every range session, I always clean because I'm just weird like that.
No, see me, I guess I'm a lazy gun owner. Like, I don't clean my guns a lot. Maybe once a month, I'll clean my guns. Like if I shoot them a lot.
Every practice session.
Yeah,
right, so we're live right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We are.
All right. Good deal.
Yeah.
Caught me off guard.
Yeah, everything. No, I'm sorry about that. I should have said something. Because we're talking about people now. We weren't talking about anybody. But yeah, we were. So I'll tell you straight up, I'm actually a grease person as far as what I use. I use grease on my both rifles and handguns. So
what type of grease?
I use, believe it or not, the breakthrough stuff. I really am a fan of that. That, and I also use the solvent. So basically, yeah, I use both, man. I gotta say,
shameless plug.
No, I wasn't. So that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't meant to be a plug, but that's what I use, and it seems to work. But again, I'm not like the hardest person on my guns in the first place. So maybe if I'm cleaning every range trip, then then that's not really a true test. Yeah. But generally,
I'm not gonna clean every range trip. More I do for pistol, I'll do like every 500 rounds. For rifle, maybe every 250. Just granted, there's a lot more going on in a rifle than a pistol. At least to me, mechanical wise, it depends on what you're running. I mean, if you're running a 1911 platform, you need to lube that thing constantly. After it doesn't matter. After you take it out the safe, you got to throw some lube on it. Yeah, it's just prone to rusting. But I mean, for me, my rifle every 250 rounds and pistol every 500. And the reason why I say that is because I've got my wonderful handy dandy one of the guns.
Don't drop it.
Funny. And this thing is honestly like not even that dirty. And that's after like 3 trips to the range, This is probably up there, maybe $550, give or take. And it's just, it runs clean. I just keep it dry mainly, and that breakthrough solvent works miracles. The only thing that I've
see, I know I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Yeah.
Let me tell you, the only thing I've noticed that when you use the solvent, and even when you use like something that's crazy as like Fire Clean, I'd say go breakthrough if you're not running suppressed and you just want to keep a really, really well maintained weapon. If you're running suppressed, you need Fire Clean because all that carbon is just sitting on it, just needs to break away. Or if you have a place that does that sonic cleaning, I'd recommend that every like maybe 1,500 rounds if you're running suppressed. The only thing that I've noticed is that when you use the breakthrough solvent, especially on a BCG, have you noticed it changes colors because of the chemical reaction?
So for me, probably it picks up all the remnants of sweat. So like when you like right now, as you can see, it's clean, but like here, like you can see like all the dead skin and all the good stuff from sitting next to your body. It turns white.
Yeah.
Nasty, all up in the serrations and everything, just all kinds of good crud. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. Yeah, but like generally,
cleaning solutions.
Well, it's to me, it's just really good at like cutting through all the crap. Again, I do. My routine's a lot more dry than it is actually going to the range these days.
I like using it.
I will be. I do, so I do have RAN CLP, and I do have some Fire Clean in storage.
Right.
But other than that, it's been basically grease, and surprisingly, like the finish on this has been pretty good. So I haven't had to oil it. But I did do it recently.
But have you used it on a bolt carrier group for a rifle though?
So, yep. The grease. Are you talking about grease and the solvent?
Notice that solvent completely changes the color of the BCG, like temporarily, because
it just. I don't know if it changes, or it just looks like dry and just like like it's almost like it looks like just like dry parkerized finish, like if that makes sense, because all my bolt carriers are just standard mil spec.
Right. So it's a black nitride finish. All right. So
well, not a nitride, but that part I don't know, whatever the parkerized, not even night.
All right. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. And look at this. You got me prematurely cleaning my rifle before I even.
Hey, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Right, so obviously, it's like in decent shape. It's like clean, freshly. Okay, that's gonna be like a 2 bounty sheeter because I know this stuff goes everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, whole spot of it, and like you can see it here. God, the light really doesn't do me any justice. But if I throw this solvent on here, hold on, I gotta get the other one.
Their bottle. I have the larger bottle.
All right, quick side question: how the fuck do you guys fit if your pins get like stiff in your rifle like this? My takedown pin don't like to come out.
That can be a good thing and a bad thing. It can be a pain in the ass, but over time, they'll start to, loosen up, but how's the fitment? Is there any mil spec wobble? Because
not really, not too much.
Not really. So don't worry about it. It's just a pain.
It's really just a pain in the ass to do it.
What's going on?
My takedown pin was like, it just takes a pain in the ass to get it out. It's like stiff. It's like real stuck in there.
Throw some hops number 9 on it and move it back and forth.
That's what I did for the 16-inch, but yet it still didn't really work too much.
All right.
That's in the stuff that's like
this regular non-slide that was not solvent right? Side that has solvent.
That may be all the like contaminants, the brass and all that shit coming
the
off,
chemicals in there.
zinc,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
Crazy.
It doesn't do that. I'm going to tell you right now, it does not do that on mine.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's a nitride thing or what.
It might be a chemical reaction to nitrite.
Mine just looks ashy as
It does. It does. Now, don't get me wrong. When it dries, it looks ashy. Like me 5 minutes out the shower without any Nivea.
You know, so like basically, you know, everything is clean. I just maintenance wise, last weekend I just put in fresh carry ammo for the year for 6 months. For the next 6 months. What's loaded is 124 grain Spirit Gold dots. Super boring, but super, you know.
It's only proven. No, it's only boring, you know.
Yeah. You know. But yeah, that's currently. We were talking about talking about Blue Label stuff as well. The programs are out there. A lot of people don't know.
That's the only reason I buy a Glock. That's the only reason I buy a Glock is because it's Blue Label. Besides that, I really wouldn't get it.
There's also a lot of people when we say Blue Label is a euphemism for everybody else's programs. Blue Label is specifically the Glock, but like Smith and Wesson has like, you know, like a program, HK has a program, F&H has a program, Colt has a program. I think LWRC has a program.
Well, for here in North Carolina, Blue Label means former or active military and law enforcement, or i.e. former military and current law enforcement, at least.
And security.
And security. If you work in the field,
just saying, not
hold on, and a trauma medic.
EMTs, first responders, public safety, military active, reserve, and retired, and then law enforcement active and retired. That includes like probation, parole, you know, corrections, all that stuff.
If you're VADA.
So, yeah. So I don't know. Are we getting any questions on the other side?
That's the thing. I don't even know where to look. Yeah,
I don't know either. And currently, I'm still.
I'm gonna flip to. All right. Let's see. Holy shit! We did get. All right. Robert Wicks says you can buy a Sonic. Yeah. He was saying that you can buy a Sonic cleaning machine for less than $100. Specifically, the ultrasonic cleaner on Amazon. Hey. Eli's EDC says hello. What's up, man? Hope all is well.
Wait, what's his name?
Eli, I think.
Yeah. He wanted to join our chat. Yep. He said he messaged you.
Did he?
Come on in.
By all means.
I didn't know if you guys messaged or not.
Send another message. We'll throw a link out, and we'll fix that. Robert Wicks was saying for you. Different brands of uppers and lowers specifically for the pens. Is that the case? Are both your upper and lower the same?
No, I got an Anderson lower with a Mass Defense 10.5 inch upper.
Okay.
Shout out to GBS.
Okay.
What's
not Moss?
What's
not
the
Mass? Okay. Live Moss.
on your upper, do you know what the forging mark is? Can you describe what it is? Just curious.
You said the forging mark?
Yeah, if you look if you were to shoulder the rifle on the right side, on the top portion, just below the rail, on the right side, before you get to the deflector, right near the forward assist, a little bit above that, you'll see like this little mark,
like a roll stamp almost.
Yeah, it's. Do you know which one that you have?
Yeah, I'm still kind of
like, yeah, like so you see where your forward assist is?
Yeah.
So I'll give you. All right, if you look right where my finger is, right there should be a little marking.
You mean like a little circle?
Something.
So
Anything.
yeah, it should be something. See, this one is a keyhole. Sorry for how shitty my camera is. You see where that little thing is right above the.
Yeah, mine's got this right here.
So okay, so I don't know which one that is, but I know. So I know like Anderson's one of the main manufacturers or whatever.
Yeah, because like the cheap
And then
people usually get them a lot.
yeah, I don't know what they what the O one is. That's a new one for me. Do some research. Forging marks.
Yeah, because I would like to know, you know, because this is the second AR I've had where it's like the pins are just, you know.
I think that's a good thing. I think they do it to be safe because again, you're dealing with tolerances and stacking tolerances, so it's better to be maybe that you have to sand it down than have to, you know, have a case of where it's just super loose and they're popping out on their own. You know,
Is you
which
like or what?
all right. Let me go back and let me go into. Where would I even get messages from? He says he's back.
Jason.
What'd you say?
I was talking to Jason.
Yo.
Boss gave me Friday and Monday off, so that's good.
Look at that. Look at God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You don't know. 21 Sports was invited me to take me out to a SHOT Show in Vegas.
But
yeah, they.
How can I? I'm on his page. Exactly. I'm trying to send him an email, and I can't seem to do that.
See, the goal for next year is load the Gun Accord.
Eli, send me a note.
Social all together heading to Vegas.
SHOT Show. Yes.
That's the long goal. Short-term goal is NRA Convention 2018.
So you're saying as like a media thing go?
Yes, absolutely.
That would be so sick.
Right?
That would be so sick.
All right. I mean, as
Eli,
it grows,
send me a message, man. Or shoot me an email to GunBuddiesSocial@gmail.com. Sorry about that.
Hold up. T sent me the link real quick, and that was able to get me like straight in here.
Because I had your info. See, I can't send
you see this lovely edition?
What?
Nice. So what is it like? Is it a compensator or is it a brake? I can't tell.
Was it like something to redirect the blast?
Oh, so it's like a warden. Okay, okay.
It's wonderfully made by the folks at Strike Industries.
Yeah. Wicked.
But do you need one though? I mean, you got the flash suppressor. Do you need a can like that?
I got a flash hider, and the concussion still goes like everywhere.
Yeah, when it's down that short.
So I just wanted to be like pushed forward. When I had a brake on here, this thing used to quake. Like, no pun intended. People would be in the bayonet, look over and be like, "You asshole!
Please stop!"
Hey, they need to tell people that these little fucking pistols SBRs are loud.
Well, they do, and it's powder. It's shorter compression. It's you know, shit's just.
Your face.
I mean, it gets hotter quicker. It gets louder immediately. It is what it is. My suggestion is get rid of that A2 and get you a brake. If you don't want a brake, get you a flash hider because that's
I was gonna get a flash hider.
If you're gonna run a can, get a flash hider. I mean, that's why I got this. This is their first little benchmark. They should. I guarantee you, they'll probably release their can SHOT Show this year. And if that's the case, it's the same ratcheting system as this. You just slap that bad boy on, turn, and then the sweetest sound that you'll ever hear. That's so close to a can, but it's not. It's that.
that grinding up pepper sound.
Absolutely, and it just locks in and ratchets itself down. So I'm a big fan of Strike Industry stuff. I mean, their PDW stock was like my first big purchase. I mean, I purchased little doohickeys from them all the time, but look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's sitting in my truck. Oh, it's sitting in my car. Oh, this. And then next, I have to go engage someone. That's
I sent it to Eli.
Like
it's out.
That to me is the pure jam. So.
And have you tried the brace ones? They're almost like yours, like the PDW stock, but I guess a brace.
Well, it's the SB Tactical, man. Listen, the way of the world is the ATF don't want to deal with nobody. They don't want to deal with either side, anti-gun or pro-gun. So what they say is it already there? Then leave it be. Like, that's how they are at this moment. They're like that dad who's trying not to get yelled at by his wife for his teenage son. Like, but he won't listen to me. Okay, fine. I'll go talk to him. Go in the room privately with your son. Listen, mom's driving me fucking nuts. Just calm the hell down. You know what I'm saying?
For getting in that process, though, what's going to be interesting is this. So I told you I have that BCM lower. And basically, like, one of the main problems were the fingerprints. One, you got to get those 2 fingerprint cards. And then the other portion is getting the lower engraved. 2 pains in my asses, you know what I'm saying? That, like, So now with the Silencer Co. shop stations, that actually makes it a lot easier, making it digital. So there's one at King Shooter Supply, which is in King of Prussia. It's not too far away from me. And I may do that pretty soon. But that'll probably be the next. Welcome, man. Welcome to the chat.
What's going on, guys?
Good Lord.
I told you I'd get you in.
Has joined us.
Yeah, finally.
Awesome.
Look at this already. The gun accord has grown.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, good.
So check this out. You can laser engrave too,
So So what I've been told is you can do that, or you can go to somebody who's like a jeweler.
Yeah, and then
I think,
if it's the jeweler, just be prepared and mentally focused that somebody's going to be taking one piece of a letter with a punch and doing this and doing.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, so it's kind of like it's all right. I may sell the lower, and I don't know. I may keep it and just do a Form 4 and get something that way. I don't know. I don't mind. It's choices, man. Choices.
Yeah.
But
did everybody show their ARs?
Oh yeah,
we were the first time, but we can do it again. We can absolutely do it again.
Yeah. I wish I could show mine, but since I live in the city, technically I cannot have any
Cook County?
ARs. Yeah, unfortunately. We'll call it here Crook County.
Yeah, shit, dude.
Chicago. Oh yeah, Chicago.
Mine's is stored away. Yeah, mine's is like stored away. So, technically, in Illinois, especially in Cook County, you can own AR, but you cannot have it inside Cook County, which is weird, but it's true.
That is where that's when you need state
the gun laws here are like. Yeah, it's like it's weird, and also when a good I would say a good website to check out is ChicagoGunsMatter.com.
Okay,
it's like that's a good website to check out check out the gun laws and everything and the history of it. Shit. And if you NRA.TV, the founder of Chicago Guns Matter, she's always on NRTV, almost like a regular commentator in there, and she's like pretty much runs the website, and she's a big 2A kid. So it's a real good website to learn about like what's going on in Chicago and what's recently going on with the laws and everything. And every lawsuit has a picture of the plaintiffs facing it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like,
It's like the gun. It's so restricted here. I mean, thank God that we're like the last state in the United States to have, you know, concealed carry finally. Because since I was gonna say that after that Supreme Court struck down that law, they had like maybe close to like a couple months, and they dragged on it to the last week. And the judge was like, "You guys got a week," and they asked for extension. The judge says no, so you guys gotta come up. You guys got a week to come up with pretty much a law, or else it's gonna become federal. When federal takes over, it's different than state law.
Yeah, absolutely. And the idea is we want, in my opinion, I think it'd be beneficial if we all had been able to get it to the point of where it is federal law, because federal law in this case, especially this is not like with some of these states in particular. I'm talking about your Marylands, your Massachusetts, Connecticut, Hawaii, California. You know, a lot of these states within their state constitution, they don't have a right to bear arms.
Yeah.
So what happens is based off that state's rights, within the state's rights, they exploit that and turn it into like this bullshit public safety issue.
Yeah.
And basically they make you jump through all these hoops. Same thing, like for example, DC, as you know, is now it's a shall issue.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys have read
that over. Yeah, I'm glad I turned that over because it used to be. Wait, hold on a second. It used to be May issue, right?
Right, based off the just cause. If you have a good reason,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's garbage.
But if you look at, and even as a shall issue, there's a bunch of bullshit in there. So, like for example, I'm going to be applying for Maryland. Maryland used to, well, they still have the just cause thing, but you guys remember last week I said the guy Joshua Prince?
Oh yeah,
lawyer. Well, he was able to cut through the bullshit in Maryland, and he got an unrestricted individual wear and carry permit. That's what they call it in Maryland, wear and carry. So I'm going to be applying. I was originally going to apply through a business to get it, but now it seems like if you get denied the first time, you can do an appeal and get past the just cause thing. And basically, jumping back to DC had a situation of where like they knew they were going to lose the appeals. They already lost the appeals. The next appeal would have gone, of course, to the Supreme Court, and they weren't willing to wager that.
Yeah,
because there's a very, very good chance they would lose that case, and then there would be a national standard that it would basically open the floodgates for lawsuits, which I think would be a good thing.
Oh yeah,
they would drag it out. So
yeah, it's just like here, there's two gentlemen here in Chicago that kind of like they're suing the Cook County based on their rights for the ARs and rifles and stuff, because it's a huge list of now.
I think we lost.
Hey, yeah, it's breaking up. Oh no. No.
That Chicago Wi-Fi.
That damn charter in Chicago. Or
two gentlemen right now to help. Yeah, so
you just broke up like crazy, man. We lost you for a good bit.
Yeah, like crazy weather over here, so bear with me.
Oh, no problem, man. No problem.
But I was where was that in the middle of what?
So
you're talking about like two gentlemen were suing over ARs in Cook County,
right? And that's after that it just
started breaking up.
Yeah,
breaking up.
Yeah. So they're actually for
you're breaking up again.
Rights.
No, man.
And so they're actually suing the city, taking it so long.
All right, we got you. We got you back. I think.
Oh, got me back. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
It's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was having the same issues last week. People were making fun of me. It's all right. It's all right.
yeah. But so yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I mean, at least we're still in the fight. So I'm not like not giving up.
Right.
Don't, man.
There you go.
Don't, man. That's
Don't.
the point. You know what they said. What did they say? No compromise. I just this shall not be infringed. That shall not
Yes.
be infringed.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
there again. I'm a big as far as being a liberal. I'm very vocal in my fact that I do not agree when it comes to restricting gun rights, because it's very it's a very
It's too
dangerous
gray.
slope.
Too much
It's
gray
a
area.
it's a dangerous slope.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's true.
You can't legislate personal safety, first of all. And a lot of times, like when you look at New York and a lot of the the really bad
New York's not.
freedom places.
If you put California is a top place, right?
California has everything, but so does New York.
New York's not. And
New York City. If you go to New York City and you apply for a permit, there's a very good chance you may get denied. NYPD is a piece of shit.
It's a high deny.
I heard Maryland, you got to have like more than one death threat against you to even like get something.
Right.
That's
so
weird.
When you start getting into like concealed carry permit, that's the case. So for like New York
I have all my
City,
friends send me death threats.
like if you were to go to New York City and you were to apply, I'm saying to own, there's a good chance you may get denied.
Wow.
Then if you want to go another level, if you want to get a quote unquote concealed carry permit in New York City, that's like a very high probability you'll get denied.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't. There's these places where they're basically saying like, we don't think you're good enough. It's that type of
we don't
mentality. Yeah, we don't trust you to be able to to not only defend yourself, but potentially your family. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's asinine in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then I have to say, I have to call out. I know that a lot of people have, especially when it comes to like national reciprocity, a lot of people have been saying that it defeats states' rights, right? They're worried about states' rights, which I think is a bullshit argument. But I understand it, but I think it's bullshit and convenient. But if you look at LEOSA is the exact fucking thing that they're saying that, can't be done. What does LEOSA do? It takes law enforcement and it exempts them from what? State restrictions, right?
Oh, yeah, right to carry.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, under that same logic, national reciprocity would be the same fucking thing. End of story. It's been done. It's already been. That's the precedent. And if you just model it, I mean, like, if you just model national reciprocity after LEOSA and you open it up to basically, if you have, hopefully you have the access to get a permit from a state that will issue it, you're good to go. Yes, I believe it should be constitutional carry, but there's a very slim chance in hell that New York City will become a constitutional. New York State is not. It's not going to happen.
That because it's like a snowflake's chance in hell. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. And California, as long as Feinstein is around, not going to happen. And it's not just Feinstein; it's more than Feinstein. It's the entire. I mean, you have both the quote unquote left and the right who are anti-gun. That's been proven in with this bill. That with Las Vegas. So it is truly, and I don't, when it comes to Clarence Thomas, he made that statement about the Second Amendment being an unfavorable right. That is exactly what it is. It is an unfavorable right. Nobody seems to like it or appreciate what it actually stands for. So, I'm really adamant. Like, all you have to do is change a few lines that Leosa does, and you're good to go. End of story. Don't merge it with any other bills. And that was there to sabotage it from the beginning. There's no reason why 4478, that fixed NICS bill, needed to be combined with HR 38. There's no reason. There's no reason. They did it on purpose to kill it. And that's in the House. So we'll see what happens. But it's really sad, man.
Well, speaking of, since we're talking about national prosecutor, whatever happened to that Hearing Act?
Hearing Act died.
Yeah, that's true.
They stopped talking about it all of a sudden out of nowhere.
It's not fully out. They're gonna try and redo it. Congress is about to be out. Or are they?
No,
Vegas killed that.
The Hearing Act. It's actually it's not. It's in the what's it called? The what's that bill that they were gonna go into the House before the Las Vegas?
It's gonna Share Act. So the Share Act,
yeah.
The Share Act was going to be basically like, it's supposed to have some environmental stuff, which is a little, but generally speaking, it was supposed to be, they would deregulate suppressors and it would be cool. It'd be like anything else, but but of course, like,
and also not only suppressor, but also some type of ammos. Also, they were going to deregulate the.
It would change the interpretation. So for like sporting clause or whatever the fuck it is under the AT. Yeah. So
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that, and I believe it had something to do with as far as opening up lands for shooting, etc. Some other stuff, but generally speaking, like it just proved, like, after that, don't get me wrong, that was a tragedy.
It is a tragedy.
But, but the guy was a pilot. You know what I'm saying? He could have damn well gotten a plane and driven a plane into 22,000 people and did just as much, if not more. You know what I'm saying?
But, and that's the unfortunate part. There's a lot of conspiracy theory based on that, which is like another day for it, to be honest, because it's like so much of it.
About that, you're right.
Yeah, what's it called? But but remember, it's not out. It's only shelved at the moment, so they can always bring it back later. And their plan is to bring it out within a year or so, maybe. Maybe a little bit later. Right now, because it's 2018, and a lot of primaries are going to come up for
re-elections and all that.
We already know how that's going to go.
That's going to be a shit.
I'm going to tell you right now, buy your shit now.
Yeah.
It's buy your shit now. No joke. I mean,
I might want to give me a Fostech trigger before that shit happens. I'm just saying.
You better have at least a case of magazines. I'm not talking.
They're not going to go after
a case. No, you need a couple cases.
A couple cases, but I said at least a case. A case is 100 magazines.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, at least. Yeah.
So
Thunder Ranch, 1,000 magazines.
Clint is hilarious, man. I don't agree with everything, but generally speaking, like, he's on point. I like Clint. Clint Smith is hilarious.
Yeah. Question in the thing?
Wait a minute. Let's see. So Robert's been sending. Hold on. Let me go back. So So I think somewhere in the conversation, in context, I missed it. It's not like the police have a rich history of using discretionary power in favor of ordinary people, especially Black people. Yeah. I think he was referring to New York, NYPD,
Yeah.
especially
Stop and frisk.
people in the boroughs, applying for permits. I agree. He was saying, Eli, he was giving you, you might want to turn off your video. It will give you a more consistent audio. Another one was the gun banners trust people who work for the government. Ultimately, they work on the same. But the fucked up part is that these politicians try to make exemptions for themselves. So, for example, I'll give you a perfect case. In New Jersey, as you know, it's very, very difficult to get a concealed carry permit. Well, the judges were trying to make an exemption from themselves, basically saying that they would not have to go through the same standard as a mere mortal civilian. You see what I'm saying? That type of bullshit is just unacceptable.
Wow, that's crazy.
Hey, that's America 100% right there. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know,
I just
so you would have
that is. I just don't get it. Like, why? Like, why do you want to do that?
Because
they're
because they don't want you to have the guns, but they want to have the guns. You know.
Well, they're saying that their reasoning was something along the lines of the reason why we want to have concealed carry permits is because some of the rulings may cause people to be enraged and therefore have a grudge against them. That was their logic.
You know what? They use
when we give Tyrone 20 years for crossing the street illegally, people.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, you know what? You know what's funny? They're using the same logic over here in the city, and even the Father Fledger here, he's like a big time like priest over here in the city of Chicago. Everybody knows him, and he was saying the same thing. Like about a bunch of politicians that were saying the same thing, and guess what happened? Nothing happened. No Wild Wild West. No blood in the streets. Nothing. The only blood in the streets are the violent streets, the gang violence, and that's about it. And the thing is, like everybody here, well, everybody in the nation, especially in metropolitan areas, they want to use the word gun in front of violence, which is it ain't. You can't use the word gun in front of violence. It's just violence. Period.
Yeah,
is what it is.
I find and then I think we can all generally agree we're for violence reduction, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Now, the problem is when they start specifically targeting gun violence. You can't separate. In my opinion, you can't separate. Other violence committed and just hone in on what would be more genuine is if you went for overall violence reduction. You know what I'm saying? The gun violence, you can't just take gun violence out of violence and say that's the only, you're saying that the guy who was beaten in the head with a baseball bat and killed is not as important as somebody, you know what I'm saying? That type, it's not genuine in my opinion.
Or you go to England, right?
The stabbings, it's legit.
Oh, wait.
Legit.
It's acid violence or
legit. You look at the cops. Dude, if you look at the cops,
they're scared.
What do you think? They're wearing stab-resistant vests.
My cousin
knife-resistant, stabbing, whatever you want to call it. But yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do. And then over here in the city, over here in the city, the cops, they're not they're told to wear the vest, but they're not restricted as to you have to wear underneath your shirt. No, they over here they have their vest. Some of them they have it underneath their shirts, and some they have it like on their vest. They wear the actual bulletproof vests like outside with pockets and everything, which is kind of like, I never seen that before. But yeah, it's becoming the norm now because it's
It broke up, dude.
It's like heat after a while. In the winter months, when they complain the most.
Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you, as far as it's another conversation, but the militarization of the police, that's one thing. Funny enough. Oh, I know what I was going to bring up. Is everybody here in the Black Gun Owners Education the Facebook page?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
No. Man, so I didn't realize that was going to get so much light, but Delaware State Police, did you see that that post?
Was it
For
like
the
the
Delaware
Kenner
State?
or whatnot? Were you sitting there with like the AK-47, but it was like an M4?
No,
Oh.
no, it was just talking about we're hiring from Delaware State Police. Somebody posted it, and just the comments just got really like.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
yeah, it just got ugly. Fuck.
Oh, I
Damn.
got to
Hey,
see
yeah,
this.
I
the
felt
comment
bad because
section, the comment section
I
is not a place to be weak.
I mean,
They should
I
have
mean,
posted that
I
comment
said-
section.
yeah,
The comment section on that page is not
I felt
weak-hearted. That's all.
I felt bad. I mean,
Bro,
'cause
let them see a picture of somebody with their finger on the trigger. They will lose their shit. I swear to God.
Oh my God. The world has come crashing down.
I at the
Can't
top.
believe you did that. You practice like that in the house? How do you dry fire? Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a dumbass at the top, I applied. So I applied to DSP and I applied to PSP, Pennsylvania State Police and Delaware State Police. And then like I don't know if you guys saw the entire. Well, if you get some time, go through it. It got really interesting, really fucking interesting.
Oh, that's crazy.
I can already imagine what was going on in that section.
Very interesting, very interesting. But what else was I going to bring up? It seems like people. Oh yeah, it seems like people have come up with a reason why the 19X exists. Did you see the firearm rack guy? His explanation of it.
Mullet Glock. I call it the mullet Glock.
Well, that's what a lot of people are calling it. But apparently, the reason why or at least the purpose for it, eventually, of course, after the perfection part, because you have to put a bunch of money into it. But it's a good platform for the rolling specials, and also for duty guns that, for example, I guess if in the context of sitting and standing, how they sit, since it's a shorter barrel, it is more comfortable. I guess I kind of get it, but generally speaking, like I can carry a 17 with a light on it. And
yeah. Oh, you know what? What's it called? I remember I was watching a video today with Grand Thumb.
Yeah, I like his channel. It sounds funny.
Yeah, it's funny though. He was showing his rolling special. He called it falling special because it really wasn't a rolling, but it was kind of like a fake wise, I guess. It was
inspired by, inspired.
Yeah, inspired by, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I like to shoot one. I haven't shot anything with a compensator on it. So
yeah,
right, that'd be interesting to shoot one.
Yeah, I really would like to have a compensator. I know I'm in the process. I really want to get in the process of building Polymer 80.
Hey,
and I was, yeah, I actually saw Locs video on Instagram about that, and I was like, oh my God, I just getting paid Friday. I cannot get it Thursday. Like I wanted to get that special. It was a good special. I have to admit, it was a good special.
$150 for the lower, and then you get the part kits free. And if you use the Locs, 15% off.
Yeah, because the original price for it, just the blank itself, it was like it was almost exactly the same price.
Yeah, it was $150 just for the frame.
Yeah, just a frame. That was a steal. Gotta admit, that was a real steal.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
So I'm really we
could talk to somebody and say, hey, you might want to keep that code active, just till Saturday.
I think it still is active. I think it's still active.
I mean, I'm just saying. Today,
you know what? I'm gonna use that and we'll see what's up. And I'll be like, hey, I just talked to Locs, so I don't know if you talked to them or not.
Yeah, he called me. Oh yeah,
hey,
they're making me a custom Glock.
That's dope, man.
You're gonna get a cut. You're gonna get a cut on top.
Yeah, they're putting Locs and load cut in the slide, the Glock 19 slide. They're sending me like a Polymer 80 lower the parts and all that.
Are you gonna do an RMR cut on the top? Have you decided if you're gonna jump into the optic? optic shit yet.
If he does do an RMR cut already, I didn't even ask him. I didn't even think about that. But if he does give me an RMR cut, then why not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
no, exactly. Yeah, I mean, nice. Hey, what's it called? I was gonna ask about your Dano Defense rifle that you had in your last podcast.
Yeah, this lady
Dude,
right here.
that is nice, man. I gotta admit, that is real nice, dude.
This
Oh,
lady.
the 20-inch one?
Yeah, dude.
So the Daniel is the 16th. So this one is the Daniel.
Yeah, the 16. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people don't realize it's like, dude, like Daniel Defense, like their products is like really up there. And when I saw him with that Daniel Defense, I was like, oh man, you know that's gonna worth a lot of money later on.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah, see, look at that. Hey, he goes another one. There you go.
The ladies.
Is it Daniel too or no?
What's better,
Huh?
Daniel or BCM?
I think they're about on. So this is what I think, and don't get me wrong, because I got. So I feel that if you're looking for a professional grade rifle, like oh shit, hold on, 1 second. Uh-oh. Did you guys lose me for a second?
No.
No.
Okay, cool. All right, so it went out for a second. So anyway, what I was saying is, like, if you guys are looking for like a professional grade rifle, I think like for like, and you have to use it for like duty or just straight up like defense out of the box. I think BCM is a solid platform.
Oh yeah,
You don't have all the features that generally are considered like the modern feature set, and it's good to go.
Yeah, I mean their accessories like an everything base. They're pricey, but they're like worth it though.
Right. I mean, generally, it is. I guess it is true. A lower is a lower is a lower.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, like they have. I like the concept that they have government contracts. That makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And Daniel Defense does.
And Daniel Defense does, and so does BCM.
Wait, hold on, you were breaking up for a second. Say it again.
Daniel Defense has one.
They both have government. Yeah, they both have government contracts that, like, basically that makes me feel good.
Yeah. Oh, but
they have a Mark 18 contract. SOP mod Mark 18 mod, block mod 0, and mod 1. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So those guns. So like when you start getting into Daniel Defense, you start paying a little. You start paying for them having government contracts. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
I'll say BCM is I think equivalent functionally to Daniel Defense. I think Daniel Defense is sometimes a little behind the times, but they're getting better. I think like sometimes BCM, as far as modern features, is a little bit ahead sometimes.
Yeah.
But for example, a case where I can say opposite of that is where BCM was running Keymod. Keymod is, of course, let's just say it's been defeated by MLOC.
On the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, by the way, a lot of people don't know this is that BCM, just as Spike's Tactical and Daniel Defense, it's like they will not their product to any government official that does not support the 2A for their citizens, pretty much.
Yeah, I think a lot of them started that after Sandy Hook, if I remember.
So a lot of like Spikes, BCM, Daniel Defense, all of them, they're like behind it. Like if your city doesn't support citizens 2A rights, then we're not going to sell you any of our products. I was like, wow, that.
Yeah, and I think the beautiful thing is as a private business, you can do that. I think that's great.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
it's a message.
Yeah, it's been that message throughout YouTube for a while. It keeps refreshing on it too.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel as far as Daniel Defense is concerned, this I did not get this new. I got this pre-owned, very lightly used. I found it on the interwebs of Gunbroker.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
How-
and
How's your? I'm sorry, but how's your experience in Gunbroker?
Yeah, same here. Same.
Sometimes it's retarded. Like some of the prices that they're asking for things are just like genuinely higher than they should be. So like for example, like I wouldn't buy ammo off Gunbroker. There's some things like this one I actually at the time I found this at a pawn shop in Missouri. So basically, they took a lot of great photos of all the parts internally and externally. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna jump, and I got it. And my experience was, I actually I did. They had a 6-month layaway, so I slow walked it for like the first 3 months, and
Oh wow!
once it hit December, I just paid it off.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah. So I mean, again, there are, I mean, in my opinion, there are probably rifles that are more, in my opinion, more modern than this. Like again, this 1913 Picatinny rail. This is ancient, but I think it is out of the two rail systems that I would particularly say that are taking over. It's going to be M-Lock, and I guess this will still be the archaic predecessor, but it's still good to go.
So
Nobody can say that quad rails don't work.
Yeah.
What model,
It's like nostalgia for me, really.
Yeah.
what model DD do you have? Is that the V1?
No, this is the V3. This is a mid-length.
So this one, I got the V11.
Okay.
So,
Is it an S or is it a regular profile?
regular profile V11.
Wicked, same.
I got this like nasty. They call it the heartbreak persuader, because literally, if you look right here, there's a fucking heart in there. And
Oh yeah. What's it called? I like that. That's a compensator you have, right,
yeah,
Chef?
this thing is crazy, man. It's not.
Is that from Strike Industries?
No, it's not from Strike. No, that's on my SBR. This is from Thunder Technologies. This company, small business out of Indiana. They're really cool. Email the dude.
Oh, what's the name again?
Thunder Industries.
Oh, I gotta find out about them, because I like supporting a lot of like local places,
Right.
especially in my area.
Right.
So that I gotta check them out.
They're right across the border. Man. They're in Indiana. So.
Yeah.
If another one, I got to throw it out there because if you want to talk about black AR manufacturers, you guys are familiar with Civilian Force Arms, right?
Yeah, in Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. Or no, they're Illinois.
Oh yeah, in Yorkville.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got their own YouTube channel too.
Yeah, they did a I think did they do a zombie thing or operator thing that was really cool? I forgot.
Yeah,
What was it?
they did a zombie thing, and they also did like a kidnap thing. That was cool though. I like it.
Yeah, that's some pretty cool shit. Yeah. But yeah, they just throwing that out there.
Yeah, no, they're cool. I like their products. They're like all in house pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like their stuff, and
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of mom and pops shops out there, but it's competition. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's it called? It's pretty much is like survival of the fittest.
Yeah. Especially
this black-owned company in North Carolina. Matter of fact, it's right out of Mooresville, which is like 30 minutes away from me. Carolina Arms Group, and they make like all custom.
There's a guy who put a 1911 on a BGOE. That thing is pretty. Would have had a X300 on it.
Yeah, that's
gorgeous.
Custom.
Oh, nice.
Sick. So.
And
Nice.
You know who else I found? YouTube channel that recently found is That's It Easy. I think it is. I can't pronounce.
Oh
it.
yeah, I've heard
That's
of
It Easy.
Yeah.
He's on. I didn't know he was in there. I added him on Facebook.
Do you check out the 556 channel, black guy?
Yeah, is he on BGOE?
I don't think so. I honestly, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm subscribed to his channel. I've been this for a long time, maybe
Hey,
like
hey,
2013,
if you got
14,
send
maybe.
me those links if you guys can though.
Sure. Yeah. There used to be a guy out there, older gentleman. Uh, his channel. I don't know if you guys remember him, but his name used to be 9mm Parabellum. Uh, he's uh, he's a federal uniform law enforcement or whatever. I like this channel. Uh, used to have some good discussions and stuff about, just like uh,
Is he bald?
his philosophy and training. Yeah, bald black guy,
Yeah, he would always.
kind of bigger dude from Georgia.
Yeah. Okay.
Down. Yeah, yeah. I liked him. He was cool.
His stuff would
No,
always
I
pop
like
up with that Heavy D guy. I don't know if you guys
Heavy
ever.
D.
Yeah. They
no,
call
see,
him
I get all my information from Voda. All right, I get it from a credible source. So.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Oh, only the
I am
finest.
the
Only
wolf.
the
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey,
only the finest.
hey, chef, do me a favor. Can you show your rail again?
Oh,
Yeah. What I want to see that. I'm trying to see your paracord design that you have. You know, that kind of reminds me of the war sport.
Oh,
See?
that LVOA.
Yeah, VOA.
kind of
Yeah,
funny that
that
Low
Steve
visibility
actually
operations applications.
did it because when I first got this gun, I was like shooting a little bit of 3-gun with it, and I just wanted the grip without having like something that's going to be sliding all the time, and that's exactly what this gave me. Like, it gave me the grip so I could have it there, and then it's used for anything administrative wise. If I break my leg in the wild and I take this gun out here, I can use that to help when a splint or something. Like, it is what it is.
oh, that's cool though. I like that.
Yeah.
It did come like
What kind of
that.
optic you running?
No. Actually, I can't even take credit. My lady totally has the time and patience of Job. She's the one who actually did all this, and she cut the entire gun case foam for like every gun that like I carry in my Pelican. So.
It sounds like a keeper.
I wish, man. I wish I could lead.
Don't get me wrong. So if she heard me right now, she'd be like, "I can't believe you went down there and took credit for." No, I didn't. Not that. Baby, it's all you. You did it.
That's crazy.
I'll put it at the end. Roll credits. I'll make sure to put her in there.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, they deserve the full credit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but what else is?
No, we talked about rifles.
Let's talk about that 19X BS.
I was about to bring out the shotty. What you mean? This is the real home defense weapon right here.
I really prefer rifle. I mean, I've gone to the dark. I've gone to the dark side of the KSG.
Man, going back and forth on you guys.
Yeah, I remember. I still got that video, Jason, of that one out slugs and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I saw it, man. I saw it. Definitely.
Robert just put out a one, the SIG P365. What do you guys think of that? I don't.
Is that the 10-round one that they're coming out with?
I'm gonna pre-order it this weekend. It's fire, absolutely fire.
Really?
You haven't even shot it.
Oh, that's.
You gotta explain this.
It just says
What
SIG
is it
on
gonna-
it. That's it. It just says SIG Sawyer.
Explain
It's good.
So
No,
you know.
Think about it.
Explain.
I've seen it. I actually I don't know if you guys watch Gun Talk Media. They actually showed it, and they actually put a comparison between the and the SIG 320 compact,
Right.
small, and the SIG compact. I was like, wow.
I guess
It's
I gotta
in
look at
the
it.
category of the micro nano carry gun. So it's in the category of your XDS, your Glock 43, Glock 42, your Taurus. What is that one? The PT 111.
PT 111.
Oh no, the slim. It's in with the slim.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The 709. Yeah, Taurus 709 Slim.
Oh, the 709. Yeah, 709. Yeah.
It's in league with those, but remember, most of those guns are single stacks. They managed to make it that small and have a double stack and get capacity of 10+1 with the standard mag, and then it comes with another mag that's 12 rounds. So you can actually do 12 plus 13 rounds together in a concealed carry that's the same size or smaller than a Glock 43, Glock 42, XDS, or that Taurus. So
I'm actually looking at Soldier Systems. They have a photo of it overlaid. All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see. Like, is it really that much better than my Taurus PT-111? I'm sure. Yes, I know it's a SIG, but you know,
yes,
I get 12 rounds.
Yes, it is.
He's a SIG fanboy.
No,
Exactly. Hey, people keep talking about Taurus, but this is not letting me down. So it's like I cannot say anything bad. It hasn't let me down.
I cannot. That's what I'm saying. I cannot knock any I cannot knock any gun manufacturing down because
High Point,
at least
sit there and lie. High Point, you gonna put to a High Point.
Hey, you know what? I do have a High Point, believe it or not.
Oh my goodness, this is worse.
Yeah,
But
but the thing is,
just because you own one doesn't make you criminal. Would you trust?
Yeah, but the thing is, I have to admit. Yeah, no, but I have to admit, it was, you know, from my dad. You know, that was his first firearm, and it's you know what, the story behind it is this. I was the one who actually got my dad into guns. You know, because when I was married, I was with my ex-wife's cousin at the time. He's the one who he's a police officer, so he's actually introduced me to guns and everything. He's like, hey man, you know, you should actually get your FOI card, which here in Illinois you need to get a FOI card or a permit in order to, you know, own a gun. So I actually got it just so you can go to the range, you know, and start shooting his guns and stuff. You know what I mean? So I can be in the legal limit, and it's very easy to get at the time, and it will take me like a month to get it. Now it's like a good waiting period now to get, you know. But anyways, long story short, I got my dad into guns. Now, like, my dad is like a gun nut. He likes to like collect pretty much.
Yeah, I had to, for me and my family, because I grew up without guns, I had to do some convincing to kind of warm them up to it. So that's kind of why, another one of the reasons why I got more formal about it, like, you know, kind of taking classes and, you know, just getting to a point where like you could kind of like be like, this is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly. And I'm with you on that. At first I was just I just gonna get it just to go to the range and stuff like that. But then I got more into it, and then into the legal side of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's where people get trapped.
Yeah, the legal side of it is like, and from my own experiences, like that's the most important thing to know when you become a gun owner. Yeah, it's cool. It's great to own guns and stuff. Like, you own as many as you want. You know what I mean? And I keep telling people, of mine, they're like antis, but I always keep telling them is like, look, it's not a privilege, it's a right.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a privilege to protect your life.
Yeah. So what's it called? But I respect, I respect their views regardless, you know, and I still love to care for them. And I always tell like a new gun owner is like, know your state rights, know your city rights or your ordinance and the place we live at, and then pretty much join a gun club. It doesn't matter, NAGA. I mean, if you want to throw in NRA, go ahead, or GOA, or any local sporting, and just be familiar with your firearms, respect, know your safeties, and pretty much have fun. Pretty much. Just have
Yeah,
fun.
it's we always explain it as a journey. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys have look at this dog
Yeah.
here, acting crazy. But anyway, I was saying, believe it or not, around me, it's really interesting. So I have Black Guns Matter right in my backyard in Philly. He's from Philly. I don't know if you guys are familiar.
Yeah.
Black Guns Matter.
Maj?
Oh yeah,
Maj Toure,
yeah. I'm still waiting for my sweater. I'm still waiting for
Yeah,
my sweater.
Oh, when'd you buy it? Are you saying like you didn't get it, or
No, I still haven't gotten it.
is
Yeah,
it?
I haven't gotten it, which is cool. I
Oh
got mine
no!
in military green. I'm waiting for it.
Nice.
Yeah, Black Guns Matter. So like at the range that I normally frequent down in Philly, the next one is going to be on the 15th. So January, you know, so I'll probably stop the. Well, damn, that'll be next Monday or two. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually
Data.
talked to him before. He's a real cool guy though. Really down to earth.
It's cool.
Try to see if we can get him on the chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Let me try that. Let me try it. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah,
try
why
that.
not?
Hey, we should try to
I'm
get
gonna try
Van Letha on here.
Who?
Van
Who's that?
Letha, the Instagrammer.
Oh yeah, Benita.
See,
I know
that's
what
what
you're talking
happens when
about.
you're not on
Yeah,
Instagram. Who's that?
that's what happens. Yeah, you gotta be on Instagram. Benita is she's in season 6 for Conan Noir's
Spell
the
the
Noir
name.
Oh, I mean, I thought her
Like
name
the
was
black chick?
Thea.
Thea. Yeah, but it's Thea. But in her Instagram, it's Valentia, something like that. It's Valencia, something like that. That's what Locs says.
Can you guys help me out? I don't know who the hell this is. I'm trying to
Yeah.
find.
I'm getting a picture.
No, you know what? No, we're not going to help you out. You just got to and get
Oh
on
yeah,
IG. That's what it is.
yeah.
She's
I
bad.
just
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you guys can follow Guns Chocolate.
Oh, I follow Guns and Chocolate. I love that page.
Yeah,
What?
that page on Instagram, dude. Dude, I love that page. That page is like, yes, more.
They keep
chocolate,
shutting
dude.
down the GBS Instagram because I obviously don't do anything with it.
Speaking about Mr. Coleon Noir, T, you ready for Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah, that's her right there. Bam.
Yeah.
Dude.
And
I hope my.
It'd be
I love
funny
you, babe.
if you guys get to shoot that, you got to tell me.
What about the
'Cause
advocate?
again, yeah, because
the advocate?
again,
Yeah.
All right,
so-
the trigger looks sick. All right, the trigger looks sick. I'm gonna give you that. The gun looks nice. The gun looks nice to me.
I want to know because again, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go lead back the Glock or if I'm going to go VP9 with a slide cut.
I mean, bro, you can easily just come down from Philly. I mean, it's a 7-hour drive. I'm just saying.
That's true. That is true. But this weekend is going to be nuts. So, you guys, I'm going to live vicariously through you guys.
I've got some more information for $7, $7.50 to be exact. You get 2 mags, one for their rifle, one for the advocate.
Really?
Get to shoot.
Oh, okay.
Please
talk about Chacho or
take your time.
This weekend at my range here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah,
I
know. This year they're talking about a bunch. Yeah, you know what?
You're breaking up, brother.
Wait, are you talking about it?
The advocate. You're breaking up, though. You're breaking up. Talk about Coleon Noir's gun. I think. You still there, bro?
Oh, no.
I don't think he is.
I can't hear his audio.
Okay. We can hear you now. Perfect.
Oh yeah, no, it's in my part. It's the weather over here.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get mine though.
Yeah, we're talking about the advocate, Coleon Noir's partnership with TYR Defense or whatever. And it's their VP9 on steroids and some. So
Yeah, the gun looks nice, like all the way through from slide cuts.
And okay, so apparently Coleon's been getting flack for like the price of the gun. They're talking about this thing's even more than a Salient Arms Tier 1, Tier 3.
How much is it? I mean, tell me.
Okay, for the one that was advertised with the RMR and the 2 barrels and all the bells,
$2,500. Jesus.
$2,500 plus tax. But apparently,
damn.
To be honest, that's not bad at all. I mean, look at Salient Arms. I mean, look at dude. There's like
you can walk out right now. You can walk out with a Salient Tier 1 Glock 19 for $1,700.
Yeah, and then and if you want to get the what's it, Tier 2 is like 2,500 for it. And you don't even get a second barrel. You don't even get an extra magazine.
For the Advocate?
And the Coleon, you do get all that. You do get a regular barrel. And you do get a threaded barrel also. And
mine would just for me, if this would be my ideal setup. If I could get that VP9, right? I like the stippling. The stippling's cool. If I could get the reduction on, it's not really a reduction, but some of the weight relief on the slide, cancel all the windows. I can't get on board with that. If they could make it more like a field edition of like an agency arms, where it has basically everything is serrated, and that's cool. And you just give me the RMR cut with a co-witness front and rear, I'm good to go. Or if they brought the what'd you say?
They do make the light version. So like I was saying, he got flack online for it being like outrageous in price. They do make a second tier or lower tier that's without the RMR. It's only got one cut, and that's on the top. I
don't even want that, dude. I'm very. No, it's just like it's just to me. It's. I mean, I get that it probably maybe I feel this way because I haven't shot anything that has been like worked to the point of where it's tracking different. I've shot basically all stock guns. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So that's kind of like basically maybe why I feel that way. But generally speaking, to me, it's like I like things to be maybe more. I don't know. It just to me, it doesn't feel like a gun that is at a duty grade level. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it is not that I'm anybody, but I just feel like to me, it's just that to me doesn't feel like a duty gun. Yes, it may shoot better, it may track better, all that stuff. To me, I'd rather it just be like, just wait and believe.
Do you mean the VP9 as a whole, or that specific gun?
That specific. Yeah, sorry, I should have been clear. That specific VP9.
Okay, so
and guns as a whole in general, I'm not a fan of the cuts.
Okay, so me personally, I love HKs. I love what they are about. Do I think the VP9 is a duty-ready gun? No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm being God honest. It's a no.
Didn't the Military Arms Channel have a problem saying that the springs in the VP9s were underpowered?
The original one, they put a VP40 spring in it that brought it up to where it was undersprung.
As a matter of fact, with the Daniel Accord, he was so pissed with his VP9 that he purchased it. He's saying, "You're telling me I have to shoot 450 rounds to even get this thing to break in properly?" Like, I believe
was that way.
Yeah,
this was that way. So first 50 rounds, I did have malfunctions with us, but ever since it's been cool. Yeah. And I took my my course, and it was good, and ever since it's been good to go.
Right.
But I will say that I think the VP9 is a duty gun. I just feel like maybe maybe there's, I don't know. I feel like sometimes with this type of stuff, I guess, you know, we are the beta testers, and somewhat the sample size is smaller with the VP9 in comparison to HK's hammer fired guns. You know, there's way more customers for the hammer fired stuff to date, so they have a lot more time in getting that recipe down. So basically, it's for them, it's just the, you know, the VP9, and then prior to that, what was it, the P, what is it, the squeeze cocker thing? What is that one?
Never heard of
You
this
know,
one.
the P7.
The V70.
The P7, and then before that, the V70, the first striker, period. That gun, you know what I'm saying? But generally speaking, HK has built their name off of the hammer fired stuff. I don't know. I mean, I feel, again, the other thing is like kind of with like, from what other people have said, I kind of agree with the logic of or the reasoning of it being that like these tests, though I appreciate the entertainment of the military arms channel doing, like, you know, these reliability testings, it's not necessary. It can't be.
It's not the right way.
Consider scientific. Yeah, it's not necessarily like science. Like if you do it like the military does, and you do it to that standard for how they choose their fire, even though they've known not to finish their shit,
right?
You know, they don't do.
To do it scientifically, you're supposed to take multiples of one. So that means 5
exactly the sample size, right?
So I mean, it's a control group. You know,
right.
That's how you do it. So
yeah.
All I know is,
but
I'm just tired of. I know we're jumping shit right quick. I just hate that we're talking about the military trials and whatnot. If people are really going to buy this Glock 19X, all right, people are really going to do this. They are going to jump off the cliff. And
of course they are. Yeah,
okay.
It's Glock.
It doesn't come.
Yeah, it's true.
It doesn't come with night sights, does it? It comes with metal sights, but not night sights.
Yeah, it comes with metal sights. I don't think it does.
Okay.
I wonder what the blue label stuff is. I'll look at the blue label. Give me a second.
Like
you guys.
455, I think. Last I heard, it was like 455 blue label.
For $7.99, you're going to buy a Glock 17 frame that's been chopped with a Glock 19 slide. It's like a mullet.
People will. People will. People still buy high points. People will still buy high points. People will definitely buy a Glock.
And
customize them the fuck out.
Yeah, they will.
It's nuts, man. It's nuts. I can't believe somebody's actually gonna, you know, be okay with getting robbed. And Glock perfection? What perfection? Y'all came in second place. So to me, y'all took that L anyway. So y'all need to change y'all to runner up. Perfection. You know, like.
Yeah. But and that's the thing. Like when it comes to like it's like the iPhone. Like it never goes out of, like it stays the same thing over and over and over.
It took off as the first, you know. It took off as the first polymer gun that was, I guess, quote unquote, duty ready and able to withstand the, you know, the rigors of sitting in a holster all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to see on one of the sites that I'm on. No, they haven't even gotten the Gen 5s of the let me see. Yeah.
I feel that pain though. I can't believe people are really just, you know. I heard this guy. I was at work last night, and the dude was like, "Oh man, you see that new Glock that they're coming out with?" I said, "Let me guess. You're gonna
what
buy
new
one?"
Glock?
Hey man, for some people that Glock 19X might fit whatever niche they need it for. Who knows? Maybe for some.
Well, that's
it's funny because it kind of reminds me of my gun, dude. I'm like, I looked at it, I'm like, wow, that was kind of like my gun.
Well, the one of the things that
it's not necessary for Glock to even make it. You know, I mean, I'm just gonna give me some Glock 17 mags, put in my 19. I'm good. Or just fucking get me like a fucking stick.
Barrel. What's the barrel length on the 19?
The
Four
same
inches.
regular 19,
Yeah.
like 4.
4 inches. Yeah, 4 inches.
Yeah, because the firearm I own is a EAA, European American Army. It's called it's SAR Arms.
You missed
K,
it, Locs.
yeah, it's a K2P, and
Okay.
yeah, and then what's it called? And it's a CZ clone pretty much, but it's great. I love it. Very reliable. I mean, you could feed it with ammo rusted, and it still shoots it. Yep, exactly. Look at Chef's face.
He's like, that doesn't sound fun cleaning.
Yeah, right. The only tool ammo I'll run is in an AK. I'm sorry, that's it.
Yeah, and but the thing is, like, it will eat anything that I throw at. I mean, I throw steel. Right now, I'm gonna try some aluminum casing that I have from brass, and
Don't do it. If you value your weapon, don't you? I'd rather you put steel in there than the aluminum case.
Really?
Yes.
All right, my experience with aluminum is that sometimes I'll load them in a mag, and that shit will just pop out, just for no reason out of nowhere. I get a lot of jams with aluminum. My gun don't like to feed them. I don't shoot aluminum. I don't like them.
It falls apart.
No, it's like I'll load 2 rounds and I'll put that third, and like all 3 will pop out of the magazine, and I just look stupid at the range.
Because it's slick. The aluminum is that anodized aluminum crap. Think about it this way, okay? There's a reason why aluminum is so prevalent. Look at cars, how they were built in the 60s to now. Cars built in the 60s were built all of steel, right? So I'm making a horrible argument for tool ammo right now, but so the strength of steel obviously is there. Yes, you do have it, but once steel gets warped, it's hard to get it back to where it needs to be. Anyway, aluminum is lighter and thinner. Think about this. You're going to trust that you just paid, let's say, average for a cost for a decent firearm nowadays, $400. You're going to be okay with paying $400 to potentially blow up what's in your hand. When I say blow up what's in your hand, you're talking about a controlled burn or explosion that's going to be pushing pressure of things that you don't even know and pieces of the periodic table that are still unknown out of a barrel, and you're going to trust that to an aluminum casing? No. Aluminum is thin.
You got scared for now. You're gonna make me scared for even put a bullet in it.
No, just keeping it real. Just think about it. Aluminum's thin and light, and what you always hear, the malfunction with aluminum ammo, they say, oh, it's failure to feed, failure to this. But you've heard way more catastrophic failures out of aluminum ammo than you have ever heard of tool ammo, steel case.
Yeah, like most of my problems have been through aluminum. Steel I haven't really had a problem.
I don't think I've ever shot a round of aluminum.
Yeah, I never shot aluminum. This is my first time ever. Yeah. It wasn't on sale for like $10 a box. So
I've shot steel recently, but most of my experience has been brass as far as buying brass and shooting brass. Rifles, I've never shot a round of steel case through my rifles. Not that I shoot a lot of ammo. But
mine is just like I only shot like brass only because it's I mean I don't shoot my AR is not 5.56, it's actually 300 blackout.
Okay.
Ouch. Yeah, and I love it. Yeah, to be honest, this is like my first time ever. I was like, I went the other route. Instead of actually buying an AR completed, I just decided to build my own because I like to, build stuff. So go. I'm like, let me try it.
No, screw that.
I loved it.
Yep,
I loved it.
That's what it is.
This is like it's just a regular AR pistol. 10.5 inch barrel. A2 flash hider, which is fine. It also has an M-lock, red heart. It has a Anderson. Yeah, it has an Anderson lower, which is fine by me. And everything Anderson lowers part kit, which is fine. I eventually gonna replace the trigger. Also, I have a Alpha Sporting Goods. Yeah, yeah, that's good. I have a Alpha Sporting Goods. And I mean, I have to admit that that company's like blew me away how good their products are. Also, the my grip is a Magpul Myrad 1.1. I like it because it's customizable. And also the I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't think anybody said anything.
I said wicked.
Oh,
Yeah. Also, the buffer tube on mine is from Armor Spec. It's the stealth recoil system.
Okay.
Yeah, that is so key. Like for me, because I went to there's two different companies that kind of does that type of style. There's JP Enterprise and JP Enterprise that their own buffer system and Armor Spec.
right.
JP Enterprise like a one wire, two buffer, and Armor Spec has a two wire system with a heavyweight with its own weight, and I decided to go with Armor Spec. And I hear nothing but I read reviews. I did my homework on everything that I purchased before I went, balls deep on it. And then much worked out. It worked out. The Armor Spec is, man, it's amazingly quiet. You don't hear a twang. When you shoot a rifle, you hear that twang.
Right.
That doesn't bother me. I don't.
Yeah, it does.
I was saying something about as far as with the 20-inch and the spray. It doesn't bother me. I mean,
yeah,
I think the report of the gun is still louder than the twang. That's more than what bothers me than
strong.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, the recoil for me is like barely none. Man, for 300 black, and I was like, man, 30 caliber, you might feel a kick. You know what I'm saying?
It's very cool.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was like, yeah, it's I love it. I mean, I love it. The only reason I went with a 300 blackout is because for B type, you just want to put them down, and instead of paying a couple of rounds, maybe one or two, the most, out of 300, instead of a 5.56. 5.56, it will be more for me for like medium. For me,
it being you said that's your main rifle, or is that you have one rifle?
Yeah, for now. For now. I'm already.
I was gonna say, like, just be careful because if you're, especially when you have the situation of where you have multiple calibers. So if you have 5.56 and a 300 rifle, just make sure you keep your shit organized and separated.
Yeah. No.
Organized.
No. Yeah. Exactly.
Separated.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it called? The thing is with me is I'm already on plans to mark my mags. It's gonna be different. Like 300, they're gonna have their own design. The 5.56 are gonna have their own design.
See me, I'm all
so
with you on that. I even think about buying separate mags for 300 blackout. Like, to me, I've seen most 300 blackout builds I've seen on IG, even, believe it or not, which is the place that I like spend most of my time, which is like Pinterest. I'll be so honest with you. Pinterest, they got so many builds.
Yeah, man.
I'll see Lancer mags being run with the 300 blackout. So to me, in my head, if I see a Lancer mag, I automatically know this is for a 300 blackout build that I would do. Like, I would help myself to differentiate the two between the different calibers and whatnot. So,
well, the thing is, like, my mags are the Magpul 300 Gen 2s.
Okay.
Like specifically made for the 300 blackout. That's what I got.
Well, see, I never got caught in. People are like, "Oh yeah, you got to buy the 300 blackout mags." I'm like, "Why?" When 5.56 is the same thing and it can still work and fit. Like,
It's yeah.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
what?
but the people were actually complaining that the sidewall of the three of a regular 5.56 mags, they were kind of like getting in the way for the 300s. So sometimes they will not
For
feed
like the feed
properly.
rabbit? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why a lot of people complain about that.
Maybe I mean again I don't I'm no expert in this one, especially engineering wise. But I mean I guess I could see it as a rifle gets dirtier, that the especially if it's direct impingement, I could see it kind of the entire chambering being an issue.
Yeah,
So I don't know, but
it's
I mean I
it's
still
it,
kind of think like I would if I was a company and it's a different caliber, I wouldn't want people putting. I would want to just make another product so you would buy that product and sell that to you. So
Right.
yeah.
it
Well,
kind of
that's
makes sense,
yeah. That's what a
Even if
Mac did.
even if there's only a 1% difference in feeding reliability, I personally would want to sell another product.
Yeah, no. See, that's what MacFull did. Exactly, that's what MacFull did. And that's what they did. And
Guns and housewares.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? But so far it's been fine. And to be honest, to be all fair, even my dad was like, "Man, you still haven't cleaned your rifle?" I'm like,
This is
no,
clean.
not yet."
I don't
It's
know
underneath.
I don't know who's shooting that much 300 blackout because that shit's expensive. So of course I'm not going to clean my rifle. Shit.
So what is
Yes,
it like
Yeah.
$12 for a box, right? What is it, 12?
yeah. Well, actually, for me, it's like where I get it from. It's this one company called Mid America. Mid America Munitions is based out of Missouri, and I get theirs for like a box of 50 for like was it 18, 19 bucks?
But is it remanufactured?
I think so.
You said how much a box?
Like 18
Is
for
it
a box of 50.
Is it remanufactured?
For a box of
Yeah.
oh sorry.
Okay, so here's my one concern, and I told T about this a while ago when it comes to remanufactured ammo. I've got no problem running remans through 223, 5.56. No problems, because you're only talking about the highest grain you're coming to is a 77 grain. You start going up in that 30 cal range, you're almost a 308 with that 220 grain subsonic round that you're firing out of a 300 blackout. And I ain't doing no manufactured grain count that high. It's too much. Too many things could happen. I've had a catastrophic failure on a rifle before. It blows up in your hand. It's scary. You can still blow off, your finger.
How? That's a story. Story time. What the fuck happened?
It wasn't even my rifle. My buddy built his, and apparently his gas key was blocked somehow. And
what?
Yeah,
like
man.
A primer getting there? Some weird shit? What happened?
Man,
what?
We're firing, and next you hear a boom, and the entire upper and lower just split. The shell deflector blew off. Forward assist blew off. Everything was cracked. It was crazy. And that's because he used this crazy load and he didn't put it in there that correctly. But that's a remanufactured like nightmare. But just imagine that twice.
If it was a reputable, sorry.
Imagine that explosion 3 times the size with a 220 grain, projectile. I'm good, man. No, I value all these. So.
Yeah. For me, the grains I usually use is 125, 135, and 150, and those are the grains I use because I had experience with a 220. My God, it was so horrible. Horrible. I mean, I'm telling you, Remington is like it's going downhill. I have failure to feed, like a lot.
Yeah.
Light strikes. I'm like, what? I don't need a box of 20, and that's it.
It's like with anything, the cost cutting, the money. We got to get the money. Fuck the customer.
No,
You know,
exactly. And then with the Mid American ammunitions, and far, I had no issues. Feeds great, shoots great, no problem at all. I mean, so far. And I was really thinking about going to reloading. I'm really looking into reloading.
We'll see reloading
I will
yourself.
when I get like my own established place, but not.
Yeah.
Reloading,
What you gonna say, Jeff?
reloading yourself is fine. I mean, you know what is going on. You're
Yeah.
in there. We don't know about the guy who's sitting up at 3 a.m. trying to push it out of his garage. You know what I'm saying? Who's like had 3 cigarettes and a Red Bull, and like he's just like, well,
I'm wired for sound, man. I'm wired, man.
That's crazy though.
Yeah. Real. It's all fun and games. Like, you know, to have a failure to fire or light primer strike on a 5.56, 223 ain't no big deal. But you start talking 30 caliber projectiles, man. Nope.
I'm just to me, and maybe it's part laziness, part paranoia, but I just feel like for me, I think the save when shit goes bad is just, I feel like maybe it's just not worth it for me. Like, you know, like the potential savings.
About with the reloading?
Like how much with reloading. So like, for example, like, you know, the one, how much is your time worth? That's one thing. So how much do you value that? Two, if, you know, it kind of, the cost savings as far as like between how many rounds you're actually going to be probably producing versus, you know, again, going back to that time thing is kind of like, you know, it's just, for me, I buy factory ammo, and then if something goes wrong, you know, usually most reputable manufacturers, as long as you can prove, you know that their shit blew up your stuff, they'll send you a check or replace it. In fact, they'll do an inspection on the lot and see if it's in spec or out of spec, if I'm correct. But that's what I was going to say about a reputable company for the reloading. Possibly, did you even contact them to say their shit blew it up, or was it his own personal stuff that he loaded?
Oh no,
that's one thing.
No, it was. I really don't want to say what company it was because some people are going to be ass hurt if they're watching this. It was or Georgia Munitions or whatever.
Gorilla or Georgia?
Georgia.
You're not sure it was the Southern Munitions?
No, I said Southern. I was thinking Southern because people were trying to get me to buy Southern Munitions. It's Georgia Munitions, and he bought it at the gun show. And
oh well, yeah.
You know, he contacted them, and they said, "Well, hey, you know, you put it, you shoot at your own risk."
So that's the thing, you know. And then the other thing is this is not my own logic here, but a point that was explained by James Yeager, I actually really agree with this. For training classes, try and buy the best ammunition you can. And the reason why is because you don't want to be distracted by your ammunition, the performance of your ammunition, when you should be working on some other drill and you can't get your shit to run because it's just you bought shitty ammunition, you know? So it's kind of one of those situations. Sure, for practice, if we're staying strictly in the, you know, the context of practice ammo, yeah, it may be good for, you know, doing your malfunction drills and stuff like that. But then it gets to a point of where, like, if you're supposed to be focusing on something and you're distracted by the other issue, you know, that's counterproductive, I guess.
Right.
But yeah.
Oh man.
But so
you shoot American Eagle, you'll be good.
you know that's like stepchild, right?
Mixed bag right there.
Yeah, that's the stuff that falls off the line. It's like the cigarette company. Like, we all know Marlboro's like the top producer, and then they make LM, which is like the stuff that they off the ground and just put back into a cigarette. I stopped smoking cigarettes.
It's the cigarette with cancer, right?
Right.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
But that's
Yeah.
true. That's how they do it. It's the ones that don't make the first inspection, and then what they do, they completely gut them, and then they do it over again, and then if it passes, it passes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So
Yeah.
I don't care. American Eagle's fine with me. At least it has a warranty. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Same
tied
thing
back.
with that's one of the
Go,
things with. Oh, sorry. What?
no, go ahead. Go.
No, I'm saying that's like what that's what kind of like with everything. You try to buy from reputable companies. You know, that stand by their product, regardless of what it is. That's one of the things that I like about, um, or not that you know, uh, it's likely for anything, but typically like when you buy like a complete upper or complete lower, I tell people for like their first guns, because that company, there's a very good chance that if their product, for whatever reason, is defective, somebody will generally fix it, on their dime, and hopefully you get a functioning item again. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's great for learning. I'm pretty sure that people, as you guys have built your rifles and stuff like that, you have more knowledge about the inner workings and how the rifle works than I do. But generally speaking, like it's kind of like as a musician, you know, I'm a guitar player. I'm not a luthier. You know what I'm saying? Same thing when it comes to rifles. I would be considered a shooter, not an armorer. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, but you know what? It's like for you, since you already you can actually take your AR apart and you can put it back together, and then that's how you know
I
how the working.
I have no
Touch
interest.
it.
Absolutely no interest.
Admit though, building it's so much fun. It's
It
like
It
is.
is.
your own level.
It is.
It is.
I bet.
I mean, I
I
remember
can't do it. I can't fuck around it. I just can't
At
seem to
least
get.
dude,
build. At
you
least
have
build
to
it
try
lower.
once.
You got to
Yeah,
build at least one. You got to have at least
yeah.
one rifle.
Not even one. Not even a full one. I don't give a damn about the upper. You at least got to build your own lower one time.
Yeah, there you
Yes,
go. Do the lower.
yes, yes.
I'm
Do it
even
lower, dude.
I'm even paranoid about the lower.
It's
No,
not
dude.
hard, bro. Hey man,
I
No.
know
I got videos if
it
you
may not
know.
be hard, but I'm fucking. I everything. I mean, like for me, as far pins are fine. I think I got the concept of the pins getting, but the staking stuff like that, that shit.
What
I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, it's relatively simple, but I don't know. I don't fuck with it.
I
What
built
I
my
do
first
like,
one on my bed using YouTube. I didn't have a vise. I didn't have the tools and no kind of any of that. I built on my bed and it worked fine.
yeah, I don't know. Warranty, man, warranty. But so let me ask you this: do you guys want to schedule next week? Everybody down for next week? I'm
Yeah.
going to
Hey,
be
I'll
having
put
a
it
new
down.
work schedule, so I'm going to be working from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. So
Yeah, I'm a celebrity now.
Eastern.
So
Oh, indeed, dude.
I'm gonna start charging for my
I
time.
I what I am gonna do is, in addition, I'm gonna try. I know this sounds silly as hell saying it out loud, but I'm gonna try and get Maj Touré. Let me see if I can bother
Hey,
him
if you,
about
I'll
this.
be down to have a talk with it. I like what he's
Yeah.
doing, man. I really do. I like what he's doing.
Same here, and it's I'm not gonna say it's possible. I don't know.
It's
I have
very
no
possible.
fucking.
Very possible.
Uh,
He's really open to stuff like that too.
Yeah, usually open to talk, especially if
yeah.
you have a gun group like this. No, that's willing to actually talk. Learn.
Yeah. I'm. All right. Yeah. We'll try it. I mean, even not I can't. I mean, it probably won't even be the next chat. Whenever he's free, I'll see if I can get him to do,
Right.
and we can see if we can do like an impromptu thing, and we'll go from there.
Right. But we'll let y'all know how when we meet Coley, if he's still deal or not. So
hey, try to get him to come to the gun accord. Bring him to the fold.
Try to. We'll sit him down and be like, listen, brother, we got to really test your P's and Q's, fam. And we want to know, are you really down?
You know, if that happens, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dedicate a special line.
What'd you say? I missed it. Damn it! What? So for everybody, it broke up.
Oh yeah, Jade, I'm starting to like my Mechanic a little bit more now. Ever since I got that Glock.
There you go.
Have you been running it? How is it?
I mean, it runs fine though. Of course, it don't shoot the Telos, but I went out and got me some real ammo, somewhere around here, whatever.
Hey, shit.
But it's good. I actually like it.
Breaking it up again.
I like the blacked out rear, no fiber rocket front, smooth recoil, got a good grip. I like the way it's just my hand points. It really is a lot better than my Glock. It's just really aftermarket. That's the only I only got this thing for.
That's very honest of you. I hear you. I am no Glock boy by any means, but I mean, when it comes down to a Glock 19, is keep it simple, stupid. I mean,
sure.
It's like the AR of the handgun world. You know, I can do almost anything I want to them. Look at that!
Oh, you stole my heart. That's a deep thing to say now.
It is. I mean, when you look at the aftermarket for Glocks, like no other handgun really compares.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe 1911, but when you come to the customization,
when they say America's gun, they don't necessarily come to the AR-15 first. They come to Glock first.
Yeah,
so it is America's gun. No, it's Austrian, but it's America's gun.
Yeah, that is true.
It sounds like.
Are there any questions left?
I don't think so.
I don't even know how to check them.
It's cool that Robert has been following. He's been sending notes.
Robert's been here the whole time. Shout out to Robert. You're the real MVP.
Yeah. Shout out to Rob, the OG.
Appreciate
Rob, I'm holding anything. I'm on my phone, so.
Where are the comments at? On the YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I did is I paused the video, but what happens is when I switch back and forth between windows, I lose it, so I got to go scroll down.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, I just have my laptop open, so, I can, whatever.
Oh, so he has his phone and his laptop open. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but so we'll try and see if we can get Maj, and I really enjoy doing this, guys. I really appreciate you guys jumping in and not having me ramble. You know what I'm saying? I still do it, but it's it's a lot less because there's other people. So so we'll probably try and do it, I guess, next week, next Wednesday or Thursday. That sound about right?
Yeah, I'm down
Wednesday,
for that.
Thursday.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, so you good for next? We're saying either next Wednesday or Thursday. You clear for that?
Well, we gotta do it. We're gonna do it. Damn it, we gotta stay current. It's gotta be Wednesday nights at 8. So
Wednesday, I'm down for Wednesday night at 8.
Okay, yeah, we'll put that. Wednesday night at 8.
I'm down for that.
Wednesday night at 8.
Hold on. Actually, I lied. Let's do Thursday nights because Wednesday nights is a SEAL team. And
oh my god. Is that a good show? It looks good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It looks good. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it yet.
The 3 shows that I watch on the 4 shows that I watch on a regular, 5, I take that back. I watch reruns of Frasier because I just think it's hilarious. I watch Veep on HBO.
Yeah, Veep.
That show is hilarious.
The shit.
It is the shit.
The incompetence is stifling. Stifling.
I watch SEAL Team. I watched The Brave, which The Brave started out strong, and then it just kind of like, it's like so soft. And then I watched SWAT, but I hate Shamar Moore as an actor because I just think he's such a tool. And if you've ever seen that man on any form of social media, he is literally the epitome and the embodiment of that drunk uncle at the cookout. And
oh my God.
Yeah.
You're like, come on, young blood. Let's see what you got. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh, yeah, that's
Just sit the fuck down before you embarrass the entire family, please. Please. Sit
I just want to know, does this man own a shirt in his house? That's what I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, those shows are my jam.
I was gonna say a bunch of shit on Netflix, but that would turn into a whole.
What, man? Go ahead. We ain't nothing but time and opportunity.
I ain't gotta work tomorrow, so.
I mean, I gotta work. Too.
Oh, tomorrow.
What? You gotta work tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I gotta renew my license. I gotta renew my license to carry firearms. It's at 5 years. It's at 5 years.
Man, I wish you know, Friday usually is, right?
Shit, I'm sorry about the TV. I'm trying to.
It's the gun range Friday. It's range Friday.
Well, this shit. Shut the fuck up. Have you guys noticed that like regular television is garbage now? And like when it comes on, I can't help
garbage, bro. All I watch is YouTube.
I'm saying, so like I'm all
I'm
all internet, and I've been so for like a while. But like when it's like, you know, like you have to, like when you have a smart TV, you have to go to like the regular channels to get to the apps that have the stuff, and it's just like I can't. It's like this shit. It's just like mute, fucking mute. I can't deal.
Now for me, it's just like, thank God I got like a Samsung TV. So right away when I turn on, I just like go straight to my YouTube, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I don't have cable. So
I don't have cable.
But here's the thing: I'm pretty sure with every streaming service that I have, it equals a fucking direct TV bill because I've got Sling, I've got Netflix, I've got Hulu, I've got HBO,
your Hub account,
Cinemax, Stars, and fucking what's left? FX Now. Like, bro, what?
On Netflix,
8 services.
Or let me ask you this: for Netflix, have you guys watched Travelers? No,
not yet.
All right. I've done Daredevil. Daredevil's done for now. Black Mirror. You guys?
I got a show for you on Netflix. Luther.
Ooh, I gotta see that. That.
I
haven't started yet, but that's on the list. That's on the list.
Same here.
Idris Elba's ass after that shit. That show is fire. He is a serious and serial like cop, and the way that the writing is for that show, it's like completely mental. They show you his ordeal. He's kind of like, he's not a crooked cop, but he damn sure will break a rule to catch somebody. And it is just, that show is legit. Check out that show, Luther. I promise you, in the first episode, you're gonna be like, what? Like, it just.
But isn't like, wasn't that show and that's in Netflix? You said.
Yeah.
Was it a Fox show?
No, it was never. It was actually on BBC America.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So is it kind of like The Shield?
No, it's not. No, it doesn't even take place in the States. It's in England. He's in London.
No, but I'm saying, is it kind of like reference to that or no?
No. If anything, it's reference of like there's another show on Netflix which is sort of kind of the same way about an English cop. It's called Rivers, and this guy is haunted by like the ghost of his former partner who helps him solve crimes. It's nuts, and he's like,
wow.
So and yeah, Rivers and Luther are definitely two shows that check out Luther first because you got to support the brother first. But that show definitely will just make you sit back and be like, wow, scratch your head and everything.
And I gotta also make my genuine soon.
Okay, I'll check out.
For summertime, I got to make my genuine, authentic Luke Cage hoodie.
Uh,
Oh, I got a question. What are y'all gonna wear to Black Panther when the movie come out?
That's interesting. I don't know.
Bro, I might have to give me like a pharaoh outfit. Just come up in there like a black pharaoh.
Uh,
Bring back ancient Kemet in this bitch.
yeah, that'd be dope. Oh man, that'd be sick. I can see you doing that too.
That'd be
Hey,
very interesting.
I would do that shit
that-
too. Dress up as a pharaoh, and I'm gonna write that shit in white paint on my chest, Kemet, and I have people asking me what.
I feel like they should hand out dashikis with every purchase of a movie stub. Like,
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cheap $20 dashikis out there.
this shit's funny. Yeah, man. What else is on Netflix? Like good movies wise. Movies.
I don't have Netflix, so I don't watch all that. You know.
Stranger Things. I'm sure you guys are watching Stranger Things.
The only time I watch TV is for Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones ain't here right now. So
wait,
watch it.
Hey, you don't have Netflix, my brother? It is 2018.
I don't have Netflix. I don't. All those movies. There's like hundreds of movies, but I'm like, I'm not gonna watch all like majority of these. What am I paying for?
You'll lose a lot of time, man. I'll tell you.
I have to admit, it's good for the winter. Like where I live up here.
For you, you know, real winters. You get them Canadian winters.
Yeah, it does, dude. There's times that Chicago gets colder than Alaska.
Oh yeah. Chicago was colder than Antarctica. I saw somebody put that on BGO.
What the hell?
Yep.
That's why I live in the South. I can't deal with that shit.
Dude, I would love to live in the South.
I mean,
I was born in Canada.
You gotta give it 3 a.m. and start your car up so it don't freeze on you. Like,
you're born in Canada?
Yeah, I was born in
No, that's crazy. But it's crazy because my brother and his family, they actually moved to Minnesota, and that's what they're going through right now. They gotta like wake up early in the morning to warm up the cars, leave it there for like a half an hour, and on top of that, you must. It's a must over there. You must have a block warmer over there.
Yeah, engine block warmer. Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah, you gotta have it plugged in like all night. I'm like, damn, dude.
Dude, that's not safe right there. Sitting in your car in the middle of 3 a.m. at night in Chicago. Nah.
Yeah, no. Over here, it's different because like majority of people here that do have remote starts on their cars, so all they do is just like. Psh, and they go back to sleep. And 15 minutes, and boom, shuts off.
Well, my brother,
oh no, my computer's about to shut down. No, shit.
Oh, run.
Shit. Shit.
Oh no.
Oh.
We lost gun buddies. Man down. Man down.
We lost him. What we failed to mention is Chicago in that automatic start stuff means that it should be one of the highest cities for petty vehicle theft due to people starting their vehicles and leaving them running outside.
And but it's sort of, but not really. When it comes to the winter, not that much in the winter. It's just more in the summer for sure.
I feel like
in the winter,
crimes.
Yeah, it's too cold. Yeah, because even the thugs around here, they're like, man, it's too cold to gang, man.
Hell no! If I'm gonna be in this type of cold selling drugs, you gonna pay like double price. But 45 a G. 45 a G. What you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I'm telling you, dude, you can't even tell if it's actually like you actually got rocks or you got a rock of salt because they look the same. That's crazy. Oh, he left.
No, he didn't leave. He just has to. His computer died.
Yeah.
So he'll log back. Oh, but hold on. Are we still?
Yeah, well, he'll go back in.
I don't know if we're still live though because
we're still live.
Eating junk food like hell, grubbing while we do this. Little Debbie bites, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, but we were on his channel.
Yep.
On YouTube.
Yep.
Oh, so that's why. He's probably like, no.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's Peter told him. Come on now.
I mean, we're still on the YouTube. I mean, I can still hear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Man, I don't know what to expect with this weekend, bro. We'll see what happens.
I'm excited, man.
I'm excited. You know what? This is not even gun related. We're going to Top Golf, bro. We're gonna have a good time. Let's just go and chill out.
Oh, we got one of those here in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I'm trash, but you
Wait,
know.
so what's going on this weekend?
The Coleano War thing.
Oh yeah, you were explaining it, right? That he's going to your near gun shop.
The gun range Jason's at.
Yeah.
As a member. You know, I'm going up there to see Coleon and
Oh man, dude, that would be badass.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be
man, dude. Hey, you should. I think you should go. I think you should go Instagram live, bro, when you go in there.
I'm gonna bring my camera, so hell yeah.
T's got it.
Yeah, because I really want to like see that seriously.
And that range is a shit. So you're gonna walk.
Yeah, you keep telling me about it, so I'm gonna have to check it out.
Like, this is the cleanest and best range I've ever been to. This is nuts.
I like that. This one range that go by my girlfriend's parents' house. It's brand new. It's called 360 range on 365, and man, that range is so clean. Like I was like, wow, this is super impressive.
Nice.
Just love it. It's still brand new.
This place has been here for, I think, 2 years now. Yeah, 2 years.
Okay.
And it's only 6 minutes away from my house.
What? 6 minutes?
Yeah, that's it. 6 minutes. It's
like, how do you not go every day?
Exactly. It's in downtown or uptown Charlotte, sir.
He's alive.
Oops.
Yeah, he's back.
Sorry about that.
Oh, he's lean. Lean back. Lean back.
That was bad. Sorry, guys.
Over here leaning like a cholo.
It's all right, man.
So this is what's going to happen. We're going to have a GunBuddiesSocial, the Gun Accord shoot.
Yeah, and I can travel anywhere in the country. And
okay, you say that now, brother. I can't do it this weekend. This weekend's full. I'm just saying.
No, I can't. No, I can't do it this weekend. But I'm saying in the future, let me know. I'll get a rifle case, and I'll get a flight rifle case anywhere. You let me know. Even if it's in the, even if you want to get nothing fancy in Utah, get some range because I've never shot out past 100 yards.
I can't watch that man's videos because they go for an hour and a half. That's why.
Bro, yeah, it'd be like a movie with those.
Yeah.
Feature length. Feature. Yeah. So.
I mean, I know the range, the biggest, like, I
gotta get my Florida license.
Do it.
Florida license.
Yeah. CCW.
Oh, you be in Florida?
Yeah, no. But I mean, if because Florida, they're kind of like Utah in a way. You know, they're getting recognized.
The non-resident license.
Yeah.
What you need is a Virginia non-resident license.
I have, of course, Pennsylvania, but I also have Utah.
Yeah, Utah's the.
Yeah, I know my. Yeah, how many states Virginia gets recognized?
I think it's like 27 or 23.
And how many in Florida then?
I don't know.
I don't really go outside of the South, so as long as it's really good in the South, I'm good.
I just paid that fucking ticket.
I don't think Georgia recognizes like South Carolina's one. Like there's some states that are right next to each other that don't recognize.
South Carolina just drives me nuts with that.
Well, South Carolina,
that's crazy.
They got constitutional carry. They don't care. So.
Yeah, and actually, Indiana is going. They're going for that too, also as well. Wisconsin already has theirs already, and Indiana's going to be next. Michigan already got theirs, I don't know about Missouri. I think they got theirs too. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. And Iowa, they do have theirs. Over here, we're the last. This state is like the last of everything.
Y'all ain't never getting it, so just be aware.
No, of course not. No, it's just like to be honest, but to be honest, the from up north in Illinois is that ruins everything.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I'd
So
love to,
like
the Dakotas, where like you can just drive whatever speed limit you want and shoot wherever you want to and do whatever.
yeah, my brother actually lives like maybe half an hour away from North Dakota. He's all the way up there in Minnesota.
Wow.
Well, you were asking about the Florida. I don't know what you can see. But
Yeah.
like here's like all the states, so you got a lot of states.
How
Yeah.
many? 27?
I know from my research, they say it's 2 or 3 licenses that the whole entire state. I mean, United States.
Utah.
Oh, Utah, Florida, and I think Arizona or
Utah, Arizona. I think it's Pennsylvania, to be honest with you.
yeah, one of them two, either Pennsylvania, Maryland. No, Pennsylvania, Virginia. The one you mentioned.
I know it's not Maryland. That's for damn sure.
No, but the one you mentioned before.
Oh,
I count 36 states on here.
Wow,
before the license get in.
Yeah, from Florida. Yeah, Florida gets recognized a lot.
Because everybody
Yeah,
wants to come here.
Yeah, you know what thing sucks? It's like in my state, it's like my state doesn't recognize any at all.
That's
Which yeah, that's this one lady from Indiana is actually suing the state of Illinois because of that.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So and then yeah, and I mean I'm telling you the legal over here it's crazy. You know what I mean? But I still don't get discouraged. I still say stay on the fight, you know. But
yeah, because you never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
You know, just keep on it. Just don't give up.
Yeah, maybe your mayor will finally pull his head up his ass for once.
Oh my god, dude! Don't get me even started by that, dude.
Mm-hmm. I'm just like, how is this guy still here? Like, how?
Too many bots, man. Too many bots. It's serious, man. It's like, but all this it's happening, man. I mean, and I worked behind the scenes on the political in the before, and then it's crazy, man. It's like that's like for a whole nother day for that, dude. It's like it's really that crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys will be like, oh my god, no, they did not. What? No, they did not. No, it's like, yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely like, I will not mind living in the country. Not at all. My brother loves it. He loves living in the country. He's like,
oh, I love it,
brother.
Too.
It's the best move ever. You will feel so free. And I remember when I went to Texas, when I took a trip to Texas, man, dude, I never felt so free when I went there. I was like, oh my god. And my dad, it was like, well, if you know how Texas is, it's the same way in Florida, Georgia. It's the same way in South Carolina. Like, and down south, it's like it's so different.
Very much.
Yeah, down here in the South, like the gun laws is not. It's like life, yo. Out here having guns, either protecting yourself or hunting or just shooting shit.
Yeah, and that's what I really admire about the South. It's not even that. It's
that's
just like
it's like it's racist as hell, but the gun laws are good.
Yeah. I mean, but it is what it is. I mean, I still would like to like. I told my girls like I would love to move down south. Like I don't care.
I mean, Alabama's pretty cheap to live in.
Yeah.
It's like Alabama, Arkansas, like
What?
the states to live in.
Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama, I think is like Arkansas is like one of the cheapest states to live in. I think it's Alabama.
Shit, I'd say Mississippi.
It's like one of them is like
Yeah, my
living wage is like
from there.
you only needed like
Mississippi.
$9 an hour to make like a living wage.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but the thing is, in from what I've read and was in Alabama or Arkansas, one and two of them, they're like very they're not towards the people who live in their rental areas. They're more towards the landlords than their tenants.
Oh, you
based
mean
on
yeah.
yeah. So like in other words, that the state will protect more the landlord than the tenant. Yeah, so like over here it's different. Over here, like here in Illinois, like no, the tenant has more rights than the landlord.
Yeah, but that's also up north of like Baltimore, New York, Chicago,
Yeah,
Philly, even